Hi friends, welcome to Econ Family. In the last video, we discussed about the economic consequences of British rule in India. In continuation with that, today we will discuss about the main constituents of economic drain. So, the transfer of resources from India to England either without getting anything in return or getting only a disproportionately small part of such transfer of resource has come to be described as the drain of India's resources. Now, this is the picture of Dadabhai Nauroji, the person who drew our attention to the drain of resources from India to England. He published the book Poverty and the Un-British Rule in India in 1871. In this book, he tried to explain and prove the prevailing mass poverty in India was the direct consequence of the drain of resources from India to England. Now, here we are discussing about the main constituents of economic drain, but we will discuss them separately, like in before 1833 and after 1833. So, we begin with before 1833. Here, the drain consisted of outright tributes paid by the Indian rulers and then investments of surplus revenue of Bengal in exports from India by the company after the grant of Diwani and payments of dividends to its shareholders. Now, it was supplemented by the exports of bullion to China and again remittances of private fortunes accumulated by the company servants through a process of undisguised looting and by the abuse of dastak. Now, for those who don't know what are bullions, so I have attached a picture of bullion, gold bullion. They are traditional standards for gold bars, or they can be silver bars and other precious metal bars or ingots, etc. And here the above picture shows us about the Treaty of Allahabad, where you can see Shah Alam, he is conveying the grant of Diwani to the Lord Clive after he lost the battle of Buxar. Okay. Now, we will discuss about what happened after 1833. So, now the problems were much more complex and open to dispute, since there was no visible tribute paid by India to England, nor was there any transfer of surplus revenue from India to British Treasury. Now it mainly consisted of these home charges, interest on and profit on private foreign capital, and banking, insurance and shipping charges. Okay, now we will discuss about home charges. In our earlier videos also we discussed about home charges, but now we will discuss about them in much more detail. So, home charges refers to the expenditure incurred in England by the Secretary of State on behalf of India. The government of India had to make huge payments to people in England on account of political, administrative and commercial connections established between India and England. Home charges also included interest on public debt raised in England, often at comparatively higher rates, annuities on account of railway and irrigation works, and payments in connection with civil departments where Englishmen were employed. And home charges also included India office expenses, including pensions to retired officials who had worked in India or who had worked for India in England and retired there, pensions to army and naval personnel and their furlough allowances. Home charges also included the purchase of stores, the expenditure on stores for the military, civil and marine departments. The expenditure on stores was the only item in the home charges where a material return was obtained. So, as long as these stores could not be manufactured in India, this expenditure was quite proper. However, the government's policy was to intend for all stores in England, even for those which were available in India. So, the main components of home charges are made into this are written in this flow chart. Okay, so we can see first is the dividends of to proprietors of the East India Company stock. Then comes the interest on public debt. Again, guaranteed interest on railways and irrigation work, civil expenditure, charges for military and marine, purchase of stores and foreign banking, insurance, shipping, etc. We discussed this earlier. These are just the points so that you remember better. And then interest and profit on private foreign capital. Now, interest and profits on private foreign capital were important leakages from the national income stream. These payments imposed a heavy burden on the country. Foreign capitalists did little in India to promote genuine industrial development. Rather, they exploited Indian resources for their own benefit and checked the growth of domestic enterprises. So, this is how the growth of the domestic enterprises stunted. Then foreign banking, insurance and shipping charges. Banking, insurance and shipping were other sources or services for which India had to make a payment abroad. These charges were heavy and a burden on India, to the extent that India could become self-sufficient in this vital sphere and reduce her expenditure on these services. There was an element of drain in these payments. So, we can conclude that the element of drain was present in all these items that we have discussed, in the sense that an independent India would not have been called upon to make these payments. So, today our video ends here. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it. If you like it, don't forget to like the video, share it and subscribe for getting more further notifications of future uploads. See you soon in my next lecture on some other topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.